Hello, it is Lisa from Lisa's Paper Hearts. I'm showing you what I have on my desk here, a big project. Um, my sister had asked me to make her a handful of journals for some friends of hers in AA. And I did that. It took me, I don't know, about a month and a half, and I had some vacation in there, maybe almost 2 months, but not working constantly. And I did a lot of things. I did um, anything I would do in a really fancy custom journal, I did in those. So they have tags and lots of sewing and things like that. And when I was on vacation and talking to my sister, there a number of people really encouraged me to think about selling. Now, I don't have a lot of already made journals currently. I have some, um, some that I've used, so I can't sell those, and some that are currently unused, but not a lot, not enough to really fill like a vendor table. But they said maybe go and offer customs. Then I was looking online, and there's a lot of junk journal people who do craft shows, and they do more simplified journals and some more fancy journals. So I thought, you know what, I could probably get some things together and do a show for my exercise, the place where I go to exercise. They're doing a vendor fair in January, mid January, and I thought, what the heck? I could make some fitness journals and sell them at the fair and offer to do customs for more complicated and have some samples of the different types that I do. So I told them I was interested. I haven't heard back, but I'm assuming I'm on the list. But I kind of wanted to show you real quick, like what I'm thinking about. So the Alcoholics Anonymous journals that I made for my sister's friends. I made a bunch of covers and I had some extra ones. I let her pick out the ones that she liked the most. But here's some extras. So these are soft covers. There's actually a foam core inside of there. So it's not going to easily flop over like plain fabric. But it's soft, easy to punch through. This one is some Tim Holtz fabric with this really cool doily thing I think I bought online. Covered over, I'll put, I really like putting pins on, so I would put a pin on here. Sometimes I'll put pockets inside, sometimes I don't, just kind of depends. Right, here's a different one. More Tim Holtz fabric and a doily, right, with, again, foam core inside. Here's another one. This I had some fabric scrap that I think I also bought in a package online, sewed on. This is some fancy yarn I got. This really huge bunch of all kinds of different skeins of feather and sparkle and really cool yarn for like $20 on Marketplace. That's one. Here's one. This is not a Tim Holtz fabric, a different one with some doily trim, little I don't know what you call these, tassels, I guess. And this one does have a pocket on the inside. Actually, I already put the tie on this one. Right, so you'd wrap this around, kind of crisscross it, and tie it once it's full. So if some of these are already done, they're not too terrible, and I can make these in bulk, which is why I had these extra ones. I'll cut the fabric, a whole bunch of it to fit. Then I put this like I can't think of what they call it now. You use it a lot in other types of like custom embroidery, like when you see a logo or something on sewn onto a shirt, they use it on the back. So I'll put that on to give it some thickness and the ability to kind of stick down to the foam core if I use some glue and not soak through the fabric. Otherwise it soaks right through the fabric. So I put that on fusing. There we go, fusing. And put the foam sheet, right, and kind of glue it, sew it. Put any doilies or fancy things on the top. I've even done some without a lot of doily. Like this one's pretty plain. Really, the fabric is the focus versus some of the others. But I can make these in bulk. I just have to cut the fabric, put it all, and I usually like to do it in bulk because then I can go down to the iron with a big stack of fabric, iron all the fusing down, bring it up. I have a whole bunch of these already cut foam pieces. I bought them, I think, on Amazon, a whole big, like a ream of them. And so I still have a bunch left of those. Get to my sewing machine, sew it all down. Then I'll pick what kind of fabrics and stuff I want to put on there. So I've got a few already done. I can make those pretty easy. Then I bought some fitness journal pages off of Etsy. And so I have some different versions of these journals that I'm thinking about making. This one is more of a year long. So there's some 52-week things in here, all tracking based on being able to track for a year. Some of them have just like writing printout on the back. Some of them have some more of that same journal on the back. But I made a bunch of these and they're already kind of together of the printout piece. Now some of these I'll probably also put a stencil down and ink or something cool just so they're not so plain black and white. That's kind of boring to me. And some of them I'll probably leave plain so people can kind of pick. Not everybody likes lots of colorful thing. So some will be more plain and some will be a little dressed up, is what I'm thinking. This is 7 sets. And then I'll mix in some other types of paper. I might do some paper that I have jelly plate, used jelly plate and made, prints from a jelly plate. I could do some magazine pages. I definitely have some coffee stained and other dyed pages that I'll mix in to these, depending on the themes. I'll do some other printouts that are also write-onable, and put them together. And when I have about 20 sheets of paper ready to fold up, that makes then an 80-page journal, which is about right. I usually do 20 to 25 sheets of paper. Not much more than that otherwise. Once you put everything else in, it doesn't close very well. And so I think these have like 7 or 8 pages already. So they're a good start, a good base for a fitness journal. I put together some weekly ones too. And those I haven't kind of assembled them yet. So that'll be my next thing, is assembling those, because I've got the different sets. But I have a weekly version. The weekly version will be 3-month journals. So once I put it together, they'll be enough for 3 months. All right, I've got the 1-year journals. Then I also did monthly ones. I was lucky this journal I bought on Etsy, or smart when I bought the journal on Etsy. It has different versions of things so you can track in different ways. They had dailies, which I didn't do. Actually, I printed out some and I was like, why did I do dailies? It'd be a crazy journal. So the dailies will be scratch paper. But I did the weeklies, the annuals, and then this is a monthly. So this is a 30-day set of pages. Again, I have to assemble those into an order and kind of collate them and figure out what I'll do next. But I've at least got a start on what could be quite the project. I'm thinking probably no more than 10 or 12 of any individual journal. Hopefully I can sell a bunch of them. If not, I could bring them another year. I could give them as gifts to some of the inspiring ladies at the gym, the owners of the gym maybe. So I've got ideas for them if I can't get them all done. I could sell some on Etsy maybe. I haven't done a lot in my Etsy store for a long time, but I could certainly try that. So that's kind of my update. I'd love to know kind of what you think. Think I'm on the right track? You think I could get something done here? What do you think about the fabric covers? Those are the least expensive. Oh, and I also thought I would do some of these completely blank journals. This one has black paper, and I probably wouldn't do on a black paper one. You have to be kind of a specialty person, I think, to do black paper. I haven't even used this journal a lot, but I've done some, right, with ink and things. So just to be able to kind of do journaling on black paper, I thought would be fun. But this style. So this is a great way actually to use up some of my craft paper, my scrapbooking paper that I haven't really used. And then you just take full sheets of paper, fold them in half. You make essentially little mini signatures. I don't know if you can see that right here, right? These chunks of paper. Then you glue them all together. You press them under heavy, you could put them under a brick, traditional brick maker, or bookmakers, I think, put them under some kind of heavy brick. I just put mine between a stack of other books, and it pressed it down just fine. And then in the stitching of each individual signature, so each individual signature is stitched together, then I weaved in just this fun fabric and also the closure. And these are really pretty easy to do. And I, again, can do a bunch at a time if I wanted. So this might be another one where I can put together just some blank ones with just blank paper, and if people prefer just a blank journal, but with white paper. So that's another thought I had. Somebody recommended also maybe doing a ring binder type or spiral bound type. I do have a Mink press that I could do some of that too. And I did accidentally print out some of these pages full size. Oh, not that one. This one full size instead of foldable size by accident. So I thought these might be scratch paper too, but I could use these in a spiral type and make a couple of those too, since I have the paper and already invested the paper and time. But that's what I'm thinking about. There you go. Perhaps in January I'll sell a few journals and see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Bye.